12:30. It's BBC Radio Kent. Let's take a look at some of the stories we're covering today. Keiran, Spain, who's blind, was born with septo-optic dysplasia, which means his optic nerves never develop properly. His parents hope that the radical stem cell treatment could improve matters for him, but first they have to raise the £35,000 needed for the treatment. Keiran's mum and dad, Hayley and Keith, from Gillingham, join me in our Chatham studio this morning. Thanks for coming in. Really nice to talk to you both.
Morning.
I'll start with you, Keith. Tell us about Keiran's sight. How much is known about this condition as well, septo-optic dysplasia?
The information that's available is quite limited. There's when Keiran was very, very young, there was various things that we were had to check along, whether it was genetic or but there seems to be very, very little known about it.
So, Hayley, how's it actually affected Keiran as he continues to grow up?
He's been quite lucky, actually. He's in mainstream school.
We're just going to get you closer to that microphone, if that's okay. We can't quite hear you, Hayley, so maybe move over to Keith's mic there. Just to give us an idea of how the treatment and how it's affected him in terms of growing up and schooling, I suppose.
He's been in mainstream school since he left nursery. He's been quite well. Obviously, he uses Braille form of communication at school, and he has a learning support assistant full-time within that school. So development-wise, in that respect, he's doing quite well.
In terms of the treatment then, Keith, how did you hear about it? I mean, going to China, it is revolutionary, isn't it?
Well, it was quite strange. It was one of the contractors that we used through my company. He's at work, and his wife had some problems with her own vision, and his mum had actually taken an article from the Sun newspaper, and he'd read it, and it wasn't really applicable to him or his wife, but when he put it into my hands, it was quite strange, because it was almost as if time stood still as I read it, because I remember him asking me, is it relevant? I said, yeah, it's very relevant, as I read the word septo-optic dysplasia, and the fact that this treatment was offering this little girl the opportunity of sight. So yeah, it was quite a whirlwind, really.
Yeah, I bet.
So by I think it was Friday morning. By that Friday evening, I'd actually spoken to the little girl's dad, and it sort of opened up a bit of a community of different parents. So but for us, many years ago, we had to put aside looking for cures and trying to find some magical answer for Keiran, because there was nothing. So really, for us, we were in a state where the status quo was that was the way it was, and that was the way it will always be. So it was pretty an amazing day for me.
And Hayley, I should imagine trying to get the money together is quite a difficult thing, isn't it? £35,000, quite a sum.
It is a large amount, and obviously we understand with the current economy at the moment, it's going to be quite difficult. But we've got various events going on and various stuff that's planned to kind of get dates up and running.
How's the fundraising going then?
We've not done too bad, considering we're kind of 3 weeks in, but I mean, we've got sponsored events arranged. We've got friends that are doing skydives, the 3-Peaks Challenge, Mount Snowdon Climb, the 15-mile walk, a night in the police cells that my mum's doing.
Right.
So we've got Keiran has had an impact with everybody he meets. So we've got friends up and down the country that we've met from holidays, and once Keiran's met somebody, it's that lasting effect on them. So we've got people all over the place helping us out and helping to raise funds. So.
Well, look, I hope a lot of people help out. I'll give the website in a second, but I have to say, Keith, if you're going to let your mother-in-law be in the cells, you must let her out at some point. You know you have to do that, don't you?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could pledge to keep her there.
And you can find out more or continue to find out more about the campaign by visiting www.help-keiran-to-see.com. We'll stick that up on our notice board at the end of today's programme as well for you, so you can click on and support this family from Gillingham. To you both,